YouTube! Today I'm wearing my sunglasses inside because I look like Willy Wonka. This video is actually another recommended video. I just wanted to continue to give back to you guys. This is the comment that actually has led to this video. I decided that it would be easiest to talk about this using the 5 senses. I'm gonna start with the less obvious ones. I'm gonna go with smell because no one can like see you smelling. So we're gonna start with smell. I do feel like smell gets a little bit overlooked as far as like talking about sensory stuff. But so as far as smells go, I only like to smell certain smells. When I was a kid, my mom used to take me to stores, and all the time, every single time, we would go to the candle section and we would smell candles. It was like our thing. It became an obsession a little bit. So anytime that I am at work, because I do work in a retail store, I will smell the candles. It's something that definitely can be written off. You have to smell a candle before you buy it. If I have to clean this area, I will reorganize it by color, which is a visual, I guess like a visual stimming sort of thing. I will rearrange colors until they are perfectly like in a perfect gradient, starting from the red. And I always know that the red candles are gonna smell the best. I will smell all the candles, and mind you, there are more than 50 of these. Yes, I will smell each one. Now the same thing goes with aversions. I have a very short spectrum of smells that I would like to smell, that I can tolerate, and those are only natural smells. It either needs to smell like food, because food is a natural smell, or roses, very natural, like it cannot smell like chemicals at all. And so I have a very hard time picking out perfumes and lotions. I get lots of gifted lotions and perfumes and candles, and I cannot use them because the smell is too overbearing for me. I do not like the smell of lavender specifically, like a lavendery smell, unless, I mean, it would have to be so subtle and smell more sweet than bitter. So the next thing that we're going to be talking about is the next category. I think I said I was going to do taste. As far as taste goes, we're going to be talking about texture, the actual flavor. So just texture and flavor wise, I will try almost anything. I have eaten cactus, like I'll eat like pickled eggs, also squid, and the only taste I have a real aversion to is just black licorice. I can't think of anything else. I've eaten some disgusting meals too, and then like on top of that, I'm not the best cook and I'll still eat my food. I've eaten so many bland and over seasoned foods. So that's as far as taste goes, but texture is very important. So as far as texture goes, I actually do not have like a hard time with like food textures really. The only thing that I could really mention to the psychologist that I feel like isn't even that big of a deal are potato chips. I do not like regular original classic Lay's. I do not like kettle cooked chips. And I don't know if it's so much that I cannot, because if I was hungry enough, yes, I would. But I just avoid these as much as I possibly can because I do not like the texture of them. I do not like the salt that's on them, like the feeling of the salt, and it feels very oily at the same time. And it's not because it's unhealthy, it's literally just the texture. And then kettle chips sort of are about the same way for me, but they're really crunchy. You can't really just sit them in your mouth and let them just kind of get softer. Like they're just always going to be hard. So I don't like them.
Unfortunately for that reason, I'm out.
I think the next one we can do is hearing. As far as hearing goes, I don't like loud noises close to my ears. I can handle loud noises like if I'm like at a concert, but if someone's screaming really close to my ears, I can feel like they probably didn't have to talk to me that loud. Yes, it does. Like it does kind of bother me quite a bit. As far as like music, I don't like music to be very quiet. I like it to be like if it's in my ears, and this is not good. I know that it's not good, but I have a preference for it blasting in my ears, especially when I was in high school. But I also blast music in my car. I like to hear the music very loud. I like to feel like it's surrounding me. Do not like loud phone calls. If I'm in the store or something and someone's got like someone on speakerphone and they're just walking by, like it feels like it's so much louder than it needs to be. Any human voice, it could be a podcast, it could be a YouTube video. If it feels like it's blasting, like there are some movies I've been to where the speakers are just a little bit too loud. If you were kind of curious as to what it feels like when something's being too loud, it feels like instant panic. Like it just feels like I gotta get out of here. I don't know, like I'm trying to describe it as best I can, especially if you're watching this and you're actually neurotypical. This is my experience. Of course, I cannot speak for everyone who is autistic. Next we have sight. So these are my sunglasses. I do look like Willy Wonka. That's so cool. Anyway, these are the ones that I use when I'm driving. When I'm driving, I do not drive without sunglasses if it is bright outside. I have been able to. It's actually very painful. So yeah, that's as far as sight goes. I don't really have any other issues other than brightness. It's just easier to just put on sunglasses because it is actually physically painful. The last one is touch, which I will elaborate on the most, but touch is definitely like a really big thing. So I'm going to separate the touch between touching other things touching me, and then also people, and then we also have seeking and avoiding. So as far as me touching other things, if it looks really dirty, I'm probably not going to touch it with my hands. At my previous job, I had to clean the bathrooms a lot. I saw so much poop all over the bathrooms, and I don't know if that really traumatized me. Okay, so my phone just ran out of storage and then it passed away. I'm just gonna show you guys this. This is just my book bag. I haven't done anything to it. This is my infinity cube, so I always have this with me. So this would be, you know, like the sensory seeking behavior. So this is my squishy elephant. So if I feel like I want, it's got the Rock's face on it. You can't really tell. My boyfriend 3D printed this too. But it's really squishy. And like how I told you, I like to play with things that I can't destroy. I literally have tried to break this so many times. It just will not, it cannot be destroyed. I had this style toy when I was in high school. I've tried to break this several times, it won't break. I actually bought a squishy. I just call this a squishy. It's actually a grip, pencil grip, but it's called a squishy. I feel so uncomfortable. Like I feel like breaking this pencil when I have to write with just the bare pencil. So I put a squishy on it, just like this. That would be the sensory seeking stuff. Avoiding, of course, like you can see textures a lot of the time. I will touch something that's knit with a very soft yarn. I do not like wet things. One of the things that used to set me off in school was when I had to ride the bus and it would rain. And if you've ever had to ride the bus, which I'm sure a lot of you have because you were once a kid, when it rains, the condensation comes on the inside of the bus and it's just everywhere. It's just wet everywhere. I don't like people touching me unnecessarily. But yeah, so that's basically it. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for this question. I would definitely invite you guys to comment in this comment section and tell me how you feel about like people touching you or people touching your things, and or like your sensory issues if you want to talk about that. And I hope that this video was helpful for anyone who is trying to get a diagnosis, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.